This game was really exciting to work on because Kabam from the very beginning put a high premium on having a really cool, interesting Marvel story. They wanted the story to be one of the things that really draw players into the game. So they wanted all the things we do in the comics. They wanted twists and turns and reveals and cliffhangers and mysteries, and we put all that in there. We have a lot of secrets going on, things that aren't quite apparent from the start, but the more you play, the more you realize there's a much bigger epic event happening right in front of your nose. So this is a story that really stands up next to a Marvel comic, a Marvel movie, a Marvel TV show, right on down the line. The story of Marvel Contest of Champions is that the collector has collected Marvel heroes and villains and crystals and put them in his vault. And he is conducting the Contest of Champions in a place called the Battle Realm, which is a cosmic place. It's a nexus of all the multiverses. And you must play the Contest of Champions against Kang the Conqueror, who's one of the most nefarious villains of the Marvel Universe. And you both have access to the characters in the collector's vault. So you use these characters, you pit them against each other in battles for the fate of the universe. Well, the original Contest of Champions was the very first Marvel Comics event. It was the first long-form story that brought together characters from across the Marvel Universe, regardless of their affiliation. It even predates Secret Wars. That's how far back it goes, and it's a classic tale that we went back to for inspiration. It was a starting point for us, but we spun it into a new story for the video game and for the new Marvel Universe that we find ourselves in today. I've only been writing Marvel Comics for a couple years, so with these 25 characters that we're going to have at launch, there are a lot of characters I had never written before. So it was a lot of fun just to be there and be like, wow, the Punisher's a lot of fun to write. Everybody in Kabam who's on this team, they're huge Marvel fans. They love Marvel, and they really wanted to make sure this game was authentic as possible. And that was great because, my job didn't have to be like, well, arguing that this character wouldn't do this, or Wolverine doesn't fly, or any of those things, because all I had to say was bring up anything that was inconsistent with the comics or the movies, so I could really focus my energies on making this the coolest cosmic story we could in this game. I mean, when I sit down to write a comic script, I start with a blank page, and I start on page 1, and I write it all the way through until the end, and that's not what a video game development is like. Video game development is much more it's much more top-down. It's a much more broader view of an experience that you're delivering to players. So everything that goes into that, you can make a decision early in the video game that has ramifications all the way down, or even the reverse. You can make a decision about the end that has ramifications throughout the entire game, because you're really wanting to draw these players into an experience that they're not going to forget. Well, the great thing about a mobile game is that you don't ship it on a piece of plastic and it's over. You could have DLCs and so on and so forth, but what we can really do with a mobile game is deliver constant updates and constantly be adding new characters and new scenarios and have daily events and all these great things that we decide based on player feedback. We listen to the players, we listen to the fans. Who do they want to play? Who did we not think of that is not in the game? Those are the kind of decisions we're going to be making beyond launch. So this is really going to be a game that listens to the fans. So when fans speak up, they're going to see the kind of characters that they've asked for. It's a free-to-play game. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's a great fighting game.